Hi, I'm Annie. So I'm gonna make some connections today. First, some text to text connections. Last year I read a book called The Night Circus, and it was written in the same format as In the Time of Butterflies. They were both written when the time, it wasn't like in chronological order. It was written where the times jump around a lot. And I think what you really get out when it's not in chronological order is that what's important is the goal that's achieved, not how it's achieved. It doesn't matter how you get there, just how you get there. Like in the Night Circus, it didn't matter how the two star-crossed lovers ended up together. It just mattered that they ended up together. And in the Time of the Butterflies, all that mattered was that the dictatorship was overthrown, not how that happened and how they got there. Another text-to-text connection was from the Poisonwood Bible. I read that book last year as well. In that book, it's written in the same ways in The Time of Butterflies because it's told from different perspectives. And I think when you read a book like that, now having read two of them, I really find that you feel like you're living in the life, and you get to, like, you feel like you're actually there and talking to a bunch of different characters instead of just seeing through the eyes of one single character. And I think that you almost feel like the interviewer that's in the beginning of this book talking to Dede. You feel like you're just getting a really in-depth perspective on things, which I really enjoy reading in a book. For some text-to-world connections, I have a specific passage from Maria Theresa's account while she's in jail, and so I'll read it. Magdalena demanded her child back and pulled out a knife to show she meant business. Instead of shock, I felt glee. Did you succeed? What do you think I'm doing here? She said. I got I got 20 years for attempted murder. So I think that this passage talks about how Magdalena was just defending herself and her child, and she got sent to jail for just defending herself. And it really got me thinking about the U.S. justice system in our world, and how sometimes we are like, if something is ruled unfairly, and as a result, you're sent to a punishment for 20 years. And also, this picture in the book really stuck out to me, and it just kind of describes, I think it just really effectively shows how small a space can be and how people are really unjustly treated, and you're put into a cell with a bunch of different people, and you may not like them, you may want to split up, and it's just, I think it just really shows that our U.S. justice system, well, not necessarily the U.S., even just justice systems in general, can be improved, and they aren't fair sometimes. Lastly, I'm going to make some text-to-self connections. So this spring break, I'm going to the Dominican, and I'm really glad that I read this book because now I'll have some historical appreciation for the place and some historical background. So my family likes to go on a lot of, we like to go to the historical monuments and stuff like that. And I'm sure if we go visit those, there'll be references to the dictatorship under Trujillo. So I'm really glad that I read this because I'll have that background and know what they're talking about. Also, I think this book in general just made me appreciate the government system of America, and just that we won't have to live under the horrors of a dictatorship. We have a government ruled by multiple people. Another connection I made to it was Dede and her husband, Jamito, I think that's how you pronounce it. So they had a while in the book where they weren't really getting along together, and I had an experience with that on my soccer team this year. One of the captains, I just didn't really get along with her. And what Dede and Jamito did is they just kind of had to avoid each other for a while and take a break from each other. And I think that I kind of regret, I wish I would have done that. And next time, if I'm in an experience like that where I'm just not getting along with someone, I'm just going to take a break from them And in the book, you see at the end that Dede and Jamito actually end up doing fine. They're collaborating on a project to rescue people from the prisons, and I think that this book just kind of taught me a little bit about myself and how I need, like, how I can handle situations like that.